November 8 Golf Uniform Yankee.
Roger, November 8 Golf Uniform Yankee. What's the name there, sir?
Roger, November 8 Golf Uniform Yankee. What's the name there, sir?
My name is Al, and I am kind of new to the radio. I just got my general license just recently. Not sure about all the settings, but right now everything is set for default on an IC7610 off of a the antenna is a dipole, and I have a balanced line going to it. Roger.
Roger, Al, and where are you located, sir?
Roger, Al, and where are you located, sir?
Located in Ohio, near Youngstown, Ohio. Roger.
Roger, Roger. Well, 7610 is a beautiful radio, one of my favorite radios. Setup procedure for that is, again, we have a generic setup that gets your modulation up there around 80-85%. Starts with engaging your compressor at a token amount, a 3 out of 10, 30 out of 100. Roger, Roger.
Token amount, a 3 out of 10, 30 out of 100. Roger, Roger.
Roger, Roger. I do have a button on the bottom left that says compression off and wide. Right now it is off.
Oh, Roger. Prefer you use your internal compressor as opposed to, you're talking about the mic having a compressor? I would rather use the internal compressor for setup. Roger, Roger?
Sure. I would rather use the internal compressor for setup. Roger, Roger?
Roger, Roger, but I don't know how to do that at this time.
Okay. Well, note to self: when you find when you find out how to get to your compressor processor, engage it and set it for a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100. Roger.
Set it for a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100. Roger.
30 out of 10 and 30 out of 100. Okay, I got that.
Roger, it's the same level. It just depends on whether your input level is in 1 out of 10 or 1 out of 100. So once we, get that compressor engaged, we normally just move on to your ALC. So with mic gain in hand, bring up your ALC meter, and as you speak fairly rapidly, 100, 200, 300, we want you to adjust your mic gain until your ALC meter is running mid-scale to 2/3. Mid-scale to 2/3 on the ALC meter by way of mic gain manipulation as you speak fairly rapidly, 100, 200, 300.
Manipulation as you speak fairly rapidly, 100, 200, 300.
All right, I'll give it a shot here. 100, 200, 300. Yeah, I'm set right in the middle.
We have somebody tuning up. This is active frequency. Please do not tune up on an active frequency. Al, what you need to do, buddy, is kind of speak a little bit faster. You do that because if you just go 100, 200, the meter never gets a chance to move up so you can see exactly what it's doing. So you need to go 100, 200, 300, 400 like that to get the meter up to see where it is when you adjust your mic gain for mid-scale to 2/3. Roger?
When you adjust your mic gain for mid-scale to 2/3. Roger?
Roger. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700.
Roger, look pretty good to you?
Okay, to keep that...
Roger, look good to you?
Looks like it's set at 56%. Roger.
Roger. The actual sweet spot that we're looking for is dead center between mid-scale and 2/3. Of course, you can't rest there, so you have to. We give you a range between mid-scale and 2/3, which, by law of averages, you're going to be in the sweet spot more often than not. So, that is the sweet spot, mid-scale to 2/3, as you speak fairly rapidly. And you understand about speaking rapidly, so that ALC meter comes up and you can actually see what it's reading. Whereas if you just do line 1 like that, the meter never gets up so you can read it. Roger?
1 like that, the meter never gets up so you can read it. Roger?
Roger. The last time I spoke, I did notice a very big difference in the meter on the ALC meter.
Yes, sir. Okay, now, on the 7610, you have a button on the front called Quick.
On the 7610, you have a button on the front called Quick.
Yes, I did. Quick.
All right, hit Quick.
All right, hit Quick.
Roger.
All right, and Quick takes you to Drive, and what is your current reading of your drive?
All right, Quick takes you to Drive, and what is your current reading of your drive?
Right in the middle, 50%, 50.
Roger, take that on up to 65. Take that up to 65. Increase your drive to 65, and then give me 10 seconds about the best thing you like about your radio so I can hear your audio.
It's about the best thing you like about your radio so I can hear your audio.
Very good. I do like the 7610 a lot. I had a 7300 that I used to and then I was running the 7610, and I like it so much out the bottom. Roger, Roger.
Roger. Okay, now let's go to your equalization page, and tell me that's a 3-band EQ. Tell me what you're reading. That's a 2-band EQ, and tell me what your readings are on treble and bass.
What you're reading? That's a 2-band EQ, and tell me what your readings are on treble and bass.
No idea how to get there. No idea.
All right, note to self, second note to self, when you get to your EQ page, you want to boost treble EQ 3 clicks. Boost treble EQ 3 clicks from where you are, and leave your bottom end where it is. So when you find out how to get to your equalization, increase your treble EQ 3 clicks, and that should really help out on your enunciation and articulation aspects as far as your EQ curve. Roger?
As far as your EQ curve. Roger?
Roger, Roger. Treble, go alone. Treble, 3.
Exactly. And now I think, buddy, that should nail it down. If you get a chance, you can check back next Friday and let me hear you. Roger, Roger.
You can check back next Friday and let me hear you. Roger, Roger.
Roger, Roger. I'll just figure it out, and if you're still online, I'll give you a shout back.
Sounds good, Al. 73 for now, buddy. Have a good afternoon, great weekend. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.